Be there in 20 minutes. Real quick, I'm not selling any CDs tonight, but if you give me $10, I'll ride home with you and tell jokes. Thanks for getting that. Here's the deal. I do comedy because I have what they call an overactive brain, y'all. Don't make me smart, just causes a lot of fear in my life. Doctors have told me that from now on, when I travel, when I fly, take Xanax. Right, for those of you that don't know what that does, before, when I was on a plane flying through a storm, I would think, oh my gosh, we're all gonna die. But now, on a plane in a storm, I look around and go, woo, glad I'm not on this plane. These people gonna crash. I'm just gonna get my taxes done. I gotta tell you, man, being on stage, dream come true. When I was little, I told my parents who were really, really funny. I said, Mom, Dad, when I grow up, I want to be a comedian or a model. So one day they gave me this huge mirror and said, son, look, start telling jokes. My parents are hilarious, y'all. I was raised in America, true story, but my father, check it out, Italian, his name Enzo. When I was 21, he goes, oh, you ever drink too much, don't drive, I pick you up. You ever drink too much, don't drive, I pick you up. That night, me and the boys were like, hey, Pops, we're hammered. He said, oh, yeah? Me too. Be there in 20 minutes. Italian. Now my mama, check this out. My mom's from England, but she speaks fluent Italian. That'll blow your mind, because the voice don't match the face. The last time I saw something that weird is when I walked into a pet store. A parrot, a bird on a piece of wood, looked me right in the face and went, meow. My mom is hilarious. She doesn't even know it. You know what I mean? Years ago, watching a football game with her, national TV. Halfway through it, streaker, white guy wearing nothing but his underwear, ran from one end zone all the way to the other. Nobody knew what to say. The announcers were stunned. And my mama goes, good gosh, did you see how fast he was? No, man, we're staring at his butt. I had a great childhood, I really did, but 3 years ago, Mom and Dad got a divorce. Sad, right? Mm-hmm. Here's the funny thing. They called it quits in their 80s. We're like, what? That's like being 29 years into a 30-year home loan and going, hey, let's refinance. Man, that divorce killing me financially. People don't tell you this when you're younger, man, but as you get older, you gotta take care of your parents. You gotta pay their bills. You gotta pay their mortgage. People think kids are expensive. Parents are expensive. Y'all, I'm gonna have to have a family meeting next week and be like, Mom, Dad, if you two don't die soon, we ain't gonna make it. Don't get me wrong, I love my parents, but all I do now all day, every day is explain to my father how to use his cell phone. That's right, I bought an 80-year-old man an iPhone to give him a reason to live. Turns out, just a reason for me not to. He sends me 5 blank text messages a day. And if you text him 30 seconds later, your phone rings and he goes, did you call me? I think I might kill myself. I'm glad you're laughing, man, because as you're a comedian, you can't really see the crowd. You can hear them, you know what I mean? Doing a show one time, a girl down front, beautiful teeth, smiling at me the whole time, just smiling. Then she started sticking her tongue out. It was awkward. I don't want to say a thing. End of the show, lights come up, German Shepherd. I don't want to sound negative up here, man. I've had a good life. I mean, I had the same dog for 22 years, y'all. Like, we were so close, it's almost like he wasn't even my pet. He felt more like my brother. You know what I mean? Like, my diet was his diet. That dog ate half of everything we ate. If you gave my dog dog food, he would go, are we getting a dog? I don't know where he's going to stay when we vacation. But this summer's going to be a lot of fun. Mom's got cats. I've always had dogs. I like cats and dogs, but man, what a different vibe, you know? Because like with a dog, you can crash till like 4 in the afternoon, roll over, make eye contact with him mid-sleep, and a dog looks right back at you as if to say, oh yeah, this is awesome. It's gonna wake you up 10 minutes ago because the dog park's closing, but forget it, we can hit it tomorrow. By the way, I haven't peed in 12 hours. But I'm gonna hold it because we're sleeping right now. And this is the most important thing in the world. Oh my gosh, cats in your house in the morning? Come on, y'all. That's like having two jerkhead bosses walking around. They're like, everybody, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! The sun will be rising in 4 hours. Dan, clean up my litter box. Scoop it this time. Don't just cover it, you lazy jerk. I think cats' goals are to get everybody out of the house by 5 in the morning so they can both look at each other and go, heck yeah, we're gonna sleep all day. When they come home, let's show how much we love them by ignoring them for 15 days. I think some of y'all are taking me way too seriously right now. Y'all need to realize up front I'm a complete idiot. Trust me, I'm the kind of guy that lands in Paris, looks out the window and thinks, wow, that's a huge cell phone tower. Tell you, if my brain was a movie, it'd be going straight to DVD. I don't mind being dumb, because my best friend, genius, y'all. I've known him since I was 2 years old. Check it out, Korean kid named David Woo. I will never forget the day we met. It was a Tuesday, and I was wearing a Superman costume, because it was a Tuesday. And my dog ran out the front door around the corner, chasing me all. There he was, petting my puppy. First Asian person my 2-year-old brain had ever seen in its entire life. And I thought, wow, I better take this thing home with me. 30 seconds later, walk in the front door, dog under one arm, Korean kid under the other, cape flapping in the wind. And my 5-year-old brother goes, oh my gosh, how far did you fly? Told you, the whole family's stupid. Being dumb stresses me out, man. I had like 16 years in school, and this is all I remember. Ready? You can finish it with me. Ready? I before E. Whoever thought of that? Genius! I speak for everybody in this room when I say if it wasn't for that rhyme, none of us could spell the word received. Here we go. R-E-C-I. No, I before E. Heck yeah. Except after C. V-E apostrophe D. No, but we got the C part right. I'm a moron. I thank the universe every single day that we came up with a song to remember the alphabet. Till this day, when I'm thumbing through a phone book and I'm on P trying to get to S, in my head I'm going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. A, B, C, D. Moron. Took math for 12 years, always had a calculator. Here's how dumb I am, y'all. Till this day, I still don't know the difference between the C key and the C-E key. All I know is if you mess up, you just hit one of them 9 times. The M keys, ain't no one using the M keys, y'all. Not unless you're working a problem, one of them accidentally appears on the screen. Don't know how it got there, guess what? Don't know how to get it off. I'm just gonna hit a bunch of numbers till it disappears. But that never works, so you turn it off, but you can't because it's solar powered. So you take these 2 fingers and hold them over the sun cells. Until the numbers slowly fade away. Teachers, I apologize. I was a horrible history student. But I would ask questions to pretend I was in the mix. I'd be like, excuse me, ma'am, when the Titanic was sinking, how come all the passengers didn't just get on the iceberg? To my knowledge, it's still floating. Think the polar bears would have slid over and given me a sip of their Coke. Being dumb stresses me out, man, especially at the grocery store. Whew. I love getting groceries, man. I love buying food. But when I get to the cashier and they're like, Dan, paper or plastic? I'm like, well, if you choose paper, you get home, that's like 12 trips from your car to the kitchen. Plastic, 1 trip. Because you pop open the trunk and then weave these fingers through 95 handles. Then you lift them. Left side. Wait a minute, these bags are lighter. Hold on, let me put the milk over here. Now we're balanced. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna close the trunk? For me, that 20-second walk to the house, most grueling part of my entire week. Mumbling, man, I gotta work out, man, I gotta work out, man, I gotta work out. Finally get to the front door, and it's like, dang it! The keys are in my pocket. So you gotta put down the bag, unlock the door, pick up the bag, and reweave your fingers. Always miss that one handle, just praying your bananas don't fall out. By the time I get to the kitchen counter, there's no blood left in my hands. Hurts to straighten my fingers out. Then I'm stuck with that kung fu grip for 6 weeks. Should have chose paper, but no, it was worth it because we made one trip, and now we got bags for our bathroom trash cans. Still nothing from the old timer. Good looking man, but I feel like he's just staring at me, waiting for me to call out bingo numbers right now. I can't buy a laugh from this whole front row. Every time I look at him, I feel like I got 50 cents in my pocket and I'm walking through a dollar store. We gotta smile. He was scaring me for a minute, you know what I mean? They say if you want to have a great show, you just get on stage and match the energy of the front row, but frankly, I don't feel like taking a nap right now. My friends love my observational material, you know. I got great friends, and 3 of these guys want me to help them move next month, and I'm a great guy, so that ain't gonna happen. No, I don't mind all that heavy lifting. You know what I mean? That's what dudes do. I just don't want to sit in your house and pretend that we're trying to figure out where all your stuff goes. Because let me tell you right now, do you know what controls the whole layout of the furniture in your bedroom? The cable jack. It's like the architects were messing with us when they built the place. Hey, Eugene, come here, let me show you what I did. I put it between the closet and the bathroom. Smallest strip of wall in the entire house. No TV's gonna fit there, baby. Which means the bed has to go right here, so in the morning the sun will shine through the window right on their faces. Go check out the living room. I put the jack in the fireplace. I hate, and I mean hate, walking into that new empty bedroom and trying to figure out which one of the 10 sockets is controlled by the light switch. All right, let me plug my lamp into this one. Light switch, gosh! Let me try the one next to it. Maybe that's what the builder had in mind. Light switch, man! What could possibly be wrong? Oh, there's no light bulb in here. Sockets in a room, never where I need them. You know what I mean? Everything's wireless these days, but when I was growing up, you were like, well, the phone jack's here, but my desk needs to go there. Looks like I'll buy a 27-foot phone cord and wrap it over the door, over the closet, over the bathroom, underneath the carpet. Which means the bed goes here, the alarm clock plugs in there, and that's the socket that's controlled by the light switch. Because you'll all be late for worky when the alarm clock go blinky. Simple things stress me out, man. Light switches, whoo. Let me guess, at home, all of you have 2 light switches right next to each other. And I don't care if you have lived there for 30 days or 30 years. You still don't know which switch is for which light. Honey, is that for the ceiling fan or for the light that's on the ceiling fan? Dang it! Outside patio. Now that I got this figured out, I'll be back in 5 minutes to do it all over again. I think being single gives me too much time to think about all this stuff, you know? I know life is best when you spend it with someone else, and, well, I just met a beautiful Russian girl that works on another cruise ship, works on a cruise ship. Whew, man. First off, let me tell you how hot she was. Okay, her name was Tatiana. That's how hot she was. And she said to me, she says, Dan, when you get home, I want for you to say hello to me on the Facebook. On the Facebook, I want for you to say hello. I'm like, game on, what's your last name? And she said, Chernovsky, Mulisky, and Chersonezaviv. Nice knowing you. I should have said, hey, what letters aren't in your last name? On second thought, maybe I'll log on to Facebook and let a cat walk across my keyboard. Then maybe your face will pop up. Here's the kicker. My room steward, the guy that cleans your cabin, great dude, short, chubby, foreign guy. His name was H. That's it. Do y'all realize how much empty space was on his name tag? The H wasn't even centered. I was like, maybe his name's Howard, and the Howard is silent. Anyway, I'm locked out of my room. I call guest services. They're like, no problem. Who's your room steward? I was like, H. H what? H. So that's two H's right next to each other? I said, no, ma'am. I say H, you hit enter. She said, sir, calm down. I'm trying to help you. What's your name? I said, please, my name's Dan. That's 3 letters? Let's not get that advanced right now. Then she said, was it a capital H? What? I said, does it matter? She said, well, maybe it was upside down. I said, it was a capital H. It was upside down. Guess what? We're still at H. Then she said, could you please pronounce it for me? And finally I said, man, where are you from? She said, Germany. I go, oh. Back in my room in 22 seconds. I mean, just when I think I know a lot about life, I realize I don't. You know what I mean? I know one thing, everything's getting more expensive. I'll tell you that right now. Whew. I just went to buy a refrigerator. Man, they've gotten really expensive. A refrigerator? Whew. I walked in the room, the salesman goes, do you want a stainless steel one? I said, no. He goes, what are you, homeless? All right, I'll take a stainless steel one. He said, do you want a fridge that has Wi-Fi in it? I said, why does my fridge need to get on the internet? He said, that ain't the point. Let's say you're sitting on your couch, which is about 7 feet away from your fridge. You pull out your little smartphone, you open up the app, you can tell what the temperature is in your freezer. I said, wow, I'm assuming it's freezing. He said, no, it could be 0, -1, -2, -3. I said, you know what's going to be -4 if I buy that fridge? My checking account's going to be -4. Then he said, do you want a fridge that has cameras on the inside of it? I said, I don't get it. He goes, here's the deal. Let's say you're at the grocery store and you're about to buy some sausages, but you can't remember if you already have sausages. You pull out your smartphone, open up the app, you can see if you got sausages in your fridge. I said, here's an idea. How about in that moment, I spend $2 on the sausages. Come home, realize I already have sausages, and then I just eat like a king that night. Then I take that $2,000 I saved on your fridge, I'm gonna use that money to buy sausages for the rest of my life. Anyway, I went to another store and bought me a new fridge. And if I had my phone on me, I'd show you all the sausages in it. Everything's getting more expensive, man. Sometimes I think we'd all be better off just living in a third world country. I'll explain that to you. See, in America, someone's always gonna have more stuff than you. You know what I'm saying? So like in our country, if your mind's not right, you could actually wake up in the morning, walk out of your beautiful home and think, dang it, how come I don't have all brand new cars? But in a third world country, you wake up in the morning, you walk out of your hut, and you're like, oh my gosh, where'd you get that stick? The pace of life we're living, killing us, and I'm guilty of it. If you handed a smartphone to a guy in a third world tribe, here's what he'd say. I don't want to touch your devil. It will steal my soul. And we're like, what do you mean steal your soul? If you use this thing for a week with all the apps on it, eventually, you'll never want to stare another person in the face for the rest of your life. How is that bad for your soul? And if you think I'm wrong, let me just say this. The original fall of man happened when Adam let Eve take a bite out of that fateful fruit. And now, bam! That's the symbol on the back of every iPhone. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Good night, everybody.